Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tory if you're new here, and today I am going to show you all of my favorite postpartum must-haves. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Tory. I am a wife, mother of almost 3, and a newly stay-at-home mom. We like to make videos about motherhood and lifestyle and try and show you some, not hacks, but easy ways to get through motherhood in a positive way. So if you like that kind of thing, we'd love it if you hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into my list. Alrighty, third baby here, third birth here, third postpartum experience is coming up, and I have a few things on my list here. Of course, every list is going to vary, but some of these items really helped me through my postpartum period, and some things really didn't help me. So I like to look at updated lists for people just because I find that some of those older lists, even with my son 4 years ago, are a little dated. So I hope this is helpful to you. I will leave everything linked. If you have any questions about anything, drop it down in the comment box. But we're gonna start with some clothing related items. And some of these, you know, we're talking postpartum here. A lot goes on with your body during pregnancy. A lot goes on in postpartum as well. So we are going to be deep diving into some topics. So if you're uncomfortable with that, I apologize, but this might not be a video for you. First things first, I'm going to get it out of the way. I do plan to breastfeed my child. Please know my opinion is fed is best. Whatever you can do to feed your baby is the most important thing. I've done both. I enjoyed both. It just really depends what type of woman you are. So yes, I'm going to bring it up now, but breastfeeding bras here. So I have this green one. I don't have a specific brand that I like. Honestly, my favorite ones are the ones I have on now, and it's just a sports bra from Target that I can pull down. That's the easiest way for me to do it. I don't like messing around with these clips. I just happen to like the feeling of this bra. And if you don't know, it just clips right off of here, and you can breastfeed from each side. So you can like the clips if you want. It's totally fine. Some of them are a little, I found that some of them even just like make too much noise, and that bothers me. So these are the easiest ones for me. I really enjoy the ones from Target. I think they're $8, and they come in a variety of sizes and colors, and they always have them. So they're new to me. I started using them with my daughter, but I do have another brand, and that's Kate Quinn. It's organic cotton, and I wouldn't say these are the most flattering. Like, I wouldn't like go out for dinner in one of these videos. I mean, who am I kidding? I probably would, but you can just take this, and this slides off of it. I will say with the Kate Quinn bras, they don't stretch out, but they do lose their elasticity over time, which sounds like the exact same thing. But if you wash it, it typically goes back to what you need. And then alongside with breastfeeding, you might find that you have some leaky milk happening. And I found that breast pads are the best way for me to tackle this, and that just goes right into your bra like this. It collects the breast milk. I probably change mine twice a day depending on the supply, and then these just go right in the laundry. You're going to be doing a lot of laundry anyways, so these are easy. There's just a pack of organic ones on Amazon that you could get, or there's a brand out of Boulder, Colorado. I used to work right across from them when I worked for Boulder Beer, a brewery down there, but I think they're called Bamboobies, Bamboozles, I don't know, but you could do heart ones. I find that these are great, but these stay a little longer, and my breasts expanded obviously when I was pregnant, so these just fit a little better in my bra. But again, everyone's journey is different, so breastfeeding bras and nursing bras, whatever you want to call them, and breast pads are a big one. And then let's talk about postpartum kind of down there when it comes to garments. I find that the period underwear really helps out. I bought Thinx underwear such a long time ago, and I still have them, and they work well. So you can leak in these. I feel like it's like a bathing suit material, and mine came in a 3-pack. There's some high-waisted ones, there's some cheeky ones, but yeah, they're great. You could get the Thinx. I believe there's actually like a lawsuit going on with that, so maybe don't get those. I just had that as an example, but I did find these on Amazon, and they are the definition of a granny panty, but they go really high-waisted and they catch any leaks. So I wouldn't say just to wear these alone. If you're having a hospital birth, they'll probably give you some sort of underwear that's made out of like mesh to go home with, and you can always grab some from the hospital. I've actually heard of some horror stories with that nurses go through bags and they don't let you take things from the hospital. Mine really, you know, liked to help the mother. So I haven't had that experience. I apologize if that's happened to you. That would be a nightmare, but you can get things like Depends and those kinds of postpartum underwear at Target. Even Target has a great brand for that. But if you don't want to do that, there are also reusable pads. So this is very similar to the breast pads that we were talking about. And these just catch everything that might be coming out. Again, we're doing a deep dive. So if you're grossed out or you think this is unbecoming, I apologize, but this is the human body, this is the female body, and this is what happens. So these guys just clip right underneath those underwear there, and then every time it's soiled, you just wash it like you would your breast pads. I typically don't wash these with my other clothes. I think it's happened once or twice and all my clothes were fine, but I would wash these with something fragrance free because you don't really want a lot of fragrance going on down in that area, but they are very helpful and they're very inexpensive. Or if you don't like the idea of washing them, you could just buy, I have all different kinds of things here. So I'm not on one side or the other. Of course, I'd like to help the environment and be a little bit more budget friendly, but a lot of these are super easy and you can find them on sale. I found these at TJ Maxx for $3 and typically they're 10 or 12 at Target. You could of course get regular pads, but I love this because it's chlorine and fragrance free. They are a 12 count, but they're overnight. So you might notice you will be losing a lot of blood here and there, and it depends what kind of birth you have, of course. I'm speaking from a vaginal birth experience and hoping to do that with my next birth. But if that doesn't happen, then I will talk about a cesarean birth and how that works. I've just never experienced that. So the experience I come from is a vaginal birth, and I really enjoy both. You can do the disposable pads or you can do reusable, but in my experience, you're going to need one or the other, at least for a little bit of time until everything is done filtering through your body. Next up on the list, I should have included this with the nursing bras, but this is a Medela silicone breast milk collector. And I actually have a Haka, but I didn't want to get another one. I just wanted to get something a little cheaper, and I haven't opened this one yet, but essentially it's a breast milk collector. So what you do is put your bra on here and say you're feeding baby right here. You can take this silicone breast milk collector and all you have to do, it's essentially the exact same thing as a Haka here. Let me open it up. Oh goodness. So I can't demonstrate this where I want to, but say you're breastfeeding baby and your other nipple is leaking breast milk fluid. All you do is put this, squeeze it, and it should, maybe it won't work. I need something. There we go. And you squeeze it and it goes, all your milk that's collected, all of your letdown is being dropped into this. And I will say there's been many a time where I wasn't sure what I was doing when it came to breast milk. I still say I'm not an expert, but I would set it down and it would fall over and then all of that breast milk would go everywhere. And you know, it is a valuable asset for a lot of different things. So it was really upsetting, but this one comes with a stand, which is great. If your Haka or wherever brands that you get doesn't, this one just sticks right on there. I used to take a coffee mug and put it in there, and that was the easiest way to do it. And then same thing with the other side. I do like the Medela one because this comes with a little necklace that goes around you, because a lot of the time if baby's kicking around or something, they may kick this off of your other breast and it's frustrating. So I I like that this one comes with a necklace. That would be helpful. So what I do is after I'm done feeding the baby, I'll put it in my mug or whatever designated area. That's my suggestion. Put it somewhere where it won't be knocked over, and then I move it on to a breast milk storage bag. That is definitely part of my postpartum journey, is keeping these storage bags. So this is Up and Up brand. It's BPA free and it's 100 count. So what you do is put up to 6 ounces. Typically I'm putting 4 or 5 in here, and I put this in the freezer. And what I like to do is, because a lot of the time I'm not collecting 4 ounces just yet, it could be just 2 or 3. I put all of this in the refrigerator and then dump it in the storage bags at night, and then label it and put it in the actual freezer. So you may not get 4 ounces at a time. If you do, great. Put it in there, put it in the storage milk bag, and then put it in the freezer immediately. Don't wait the whole day to do it. So this is a big one for me. I will say I don't have a breast pump in here when it comes to postpartum must-haves, just because I did not enjoy a breast pump. I found that I got a lot of milk doing this. I understand that some people have to go back to work. I've been there before, and that's tricky. So if you do get a breast pump, they do come a lot of the time for free through insurance. If you don't have insurance, you can go to your local food bank and they can help you get one through there. At least in my county, they do help with that. So just look it up. If you are ever confused, just email me and I will try my best to help you when it comes to that part of your journey. And then moving on, for some postpartum must-haves, I do like to include comfy clothes. And this is Time and True Maternity, Walmart Maternity, but this is just loose fitting, comfy clothes. And a lot of the time I'm just wearing a long shirt like this and leggings that are high-waisted. I find that that's really helpful, but they don't have to be like that. You just want comfy clothes that your body can move in. I find that that's the easiest thing. If you want to get right back into your jeans a day after birth, go ahead. I just find them very constricting. So I try and find soft bamboo fabrics like this. Typically I'm going for organic fabrics. Kate Quinn is a website that I get the bras at, and they have really great materials for postpartum as well. But I did want to mention comfy, relaxing clothes. If you want them to look a little nicer like this, awesome. If you just want to do a t-shirt and shorts, that's cool too. I'm cold all the time, and after I give birth, I have to take, I think it's called Floridix, something like that. And it's just like a natural version of iron, just because I typically lose a lot of blood. So I'm very cold in my postpartum journey. That's just personal to me. It could happen to you as well. I'm not sure. I don't know your medical history, so I am mentioning that. And a lot of the times, if I'm in the summer, I find these sweaters at Target, and that's why I'm wearing this. I know it doesn't match, but I find these sweaters at Target. They're very loose fitting, and then I find just a tank top that's easy to move down to breastfeed, and that's really helpful. A lot of the time, you'll find me in a maxi dress that has a V that I can breastfeed in, but comfy is where it's at when it comes to postpartum. You are supposed to be letting your body relax, and I know I am one to talk. I am not very good at that, but I do try my best to be all in when it comes to postpartum and newborn journey kind of colliding and figuring out their way to navigate with each other. Next on the list is some care for down there after, you know, everything has happened. And this is Burt's & Bees Tea's Sitz Bath, and it's a blend of salt and antibacterial healing herbs used for soothing the perineum after labor. So I did tear with both of my kids, and I had stitches, and I found that this was really helpful. I will link it, but I would definitely look into your local apothecary. If you grow some of this in your garden, it might be helpful to make some blends for you. If you didn't know, I'm still working on like a botanicals brand, and I would really love to do a postpartum line. So this has Epsom salt, marshmallow root, witch hazel bark, uva ursi leaf, yarrow, chamomile, lavender, chickweed, and calendula flowers. So this is really helpful. I find that if you are soaking in there maybe 1 to 3 times a day for 2 weeks, it's really helpful. So you can place 1 bag into a quart of boiling water. You simmer it for 5 to 10 minutes, strain it, then you add the liquid to the warm bathtub. And a lot of the times I will do that for a week and then just pour some in my bathtub and take a little warm bath with the newborn. My babies love water, so it's really helpful for me. But a sitz bath is very comforting down there if you've torn after birth. Again, it does not happen to everybody, but it's possible. Another thing when I'm thinking about postpartum care down there is a Perineal spray. And I've seen, I don't know what brand it is, but it's like a cooling spray. I'm not a huge fan of it just because of the chemicals, but Earth Mama makes a herbal Perineal spray. And it has basically the same thing: witch hazel, vegetable glycerin. It has lavender, mentha, like a peppermint, and everything's organic. So I really enjoy this. So I'm gonna go through this and hopefully you can stick with me. When you're going to the bathroom after birth, it can be very painful. Your first time doing it. So what I do first is just do a little spray of this on that area, and then you can find this at the hospital. They give it to you, or you can get it just about anywhere, but it's essentially a peri bottle is what it's called. And what you do is put warm water in it and let that trickle while you're doing your business, and it just eases everything down there. It's honestly painless when you use that combination together. So I spray, then use the peri bottle of hot water while I'm doing my business, and then I spray this again and put myself back together with a pad and my period underwear. And I find that it's very comforting. This has this peppermint in it, so I feel like it still gives that cooling effect, but I cannot remember. Maybe someone can tell me in the comments what it's called, but they give it to you at the hospital. And I had it for my son, and it's really helpful. It just has a lot of, I don't know, it has the typicals. It has butane, alcohol, lidocaine in it, and it's just not the best for you. So I would suggest trying to find an herbal remedy. That's not going to focus, but again, everything will be linked in the description. And then next on the list, I will say I have stool softener just in general. You might find that coming after birth, it might be hard to use the restroom. I typically am using magnesium though. You have to get the right magnesium for your body, but it's essentially stool softener, or it's essentially Colace, and that will help you do your business a little easier. You might find that you may be constipated after giving birth. That's something that not a lot of people told me. So I was really happy when I found some channels that talked about that, and I got myself geared up. So magnesium is what I like to use, but you can use stool softener as well. And then next on the list, this is new to me. It is from the Honey Pot Company, and it's a calming lavender rose panty spray. So you can really use this anywhere. It's essentially just here to, I guess, work with the herbal Perineal spray. And this is something that I can use daily to just like freshen up. If people are coming over and I'm having some issues down there, you can spray that down there. You can spray it in your armpits, wherever you need something, just in case you need something for down there. So that's new to me. I wouldn't say it's a must-have, but it's been helpful before. So I think this would be helpful for other people. And then last but not least, I've talked about it on the channel before. It is the Wish Garden After Ease. I am so fortunate. My mother-in-law actually just placed a big order, and that came, so I am good with my After Ease for pregnancy, but I would suggest taking this immediately after you have your baby. Like maybe have your birthing partner, or if no one's there, a nurse or a doctor, get you some water with a Doppler of this in here. It really is helpful with postpartum contractions, which happens. Mine are triggered by breastfeeding. It gets worse with each pregnancy, and they are very, very painful. So I would prefer to have something to counteract that, and Wish Garden has come up with the solution, and it's so helpful. So I would suggest maybe grabbing something herbal for after birth instead of asking for some pain medication, but there's definitely nothing wrong with that. It's whatever direction you want to go with it. But honestly, this works just as good as any pain medication in my opinion. And this has in it some cramp bark, black haw bark, yarrow aerials, and motherwort. So I think I said in the last video I want to try and make this, but I'm excited. I think I will have enough, but it depends. So that is my last thing on the list, is this after ease. But I will say, have something big that can hold your water, your favorite water bottle, just so you can keep sipping water. When it comes to postpartum, especially combined with breastfeeding, you may find yourself to be ravenous. You may find that you are constantly needing a drink of water. So find a large size water bottle that you can just keep with you. A lot of the times the hospital will give you those water bottles. Those are my favorite. It's the silliest thing. It's just like a plastic water bottle, but my nurses are always like, take two. So I grab that. Ice water is the best for postpartum for me. It's funny because right now in pregnancy, you know, I'm 37 weeks. I don't know what it is, but tap water is my favorite. But after birth, I really like ice cold water. So that's my other suggestion, just to grab one of your favorite water bottles and keep it with you. Alrighty, my friends, that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. I was trying to share with you all of my favorite postpartum must-haves, but of course I may have forgotten some. So let me know in the comments down below some of your favorites. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, if you're new here, we'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
I won't make it easy for you now.